fuck, mate. Hey, oh, I've knocked my camera over. Would you believe what I'm telling you, man? Good evening, guys. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. Yep, the hottest, the baddest YouTuber on road. That'll do, leave it. It's Aramti. Shout out to all the real ones. Please be hitting the likes on the video and do be subscribing if we is new. Who's this? Live now, princess. Live now, girl. Sorry, guys. KT plus Nuno talk. Guys, did you know that Nuno Tavares actually has more goals than Steady Eddie Nketiah? I know he is playing his football in Ligue 1 in France, obviously with Marseille, but our whatever choice left back has actually scored more goals than Eddie Nketiah. I'm not going to make a big deal of it, of course. More getting into involved with the title of tonight's stream. KT is linked with Newcastle today. They've got a decent defensive record, and they're wondering if they should add KT to this. I actually think that'd be quite a sensible signing. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say anything geographical like Newcastle could possibly be closer to Scotland or anything such, but first question for tonight, people, and we're not even we're literally 2 minutes in. Who is the more valuable asset to Arsenal? Who is the more sellable asset? Sorry, first of all, out of our left backs, not including Zinchenko, of course, KT and Nuno Tavares. Who is the most sellable? And if you had to let one of them go, who would it be? Bearing in mind, KT is he just down in 27, and Nuno's obviously a wee touch younger. So I don't know, guys. Or in fact, do you just keep KT? A little bit more experienced, knows about Arsenal. Obviously, he's been around for a few years now. And do you, in fact, cash in on the boy doing well in France? There's a couple of boys doing well in France. Obviously, Italian teams are allegedly, but then again, they're skin, as far as we know. But they're rounding on Florin Balogun. I'm getting a sneaky feeling he won't return to Arsenal, guys. I don't know. If Florin was given a opportunity, and when I say an opportunity, if the opportunity knocked for a big move across Europe, he's already said he's actually done. Shouts out to you, WB and Daniel He, by the way. I was listening to an interview. I think you might have heard me. I'll make it 30 seconds so it doesn't really bore people. I was listening to a Florin Balogun interview, and he was suggesting that he's done what Arteta, the governor, as he addressed him, I've done what the boss, the governor Arteta, required of me. It wasn't he didn't trust me to score goals. He just wanted me to grow up as a human being and as a footballer and become a man. He goes, obviously throwing me out into a league that I had no idea about. Obviously I didn't have brethren here. I clearly don't speak the language. He goes, yeah, this kind of threw me out of my comfort zone. And you know what? He basically just left the interview saying, I have done what the boss asked of me, innit? I have grown up in it. Even if the boss said, nah, there wasn't a way back into this current Arsenal team for me, I wouldn't feel, I'd be upset, I'd be heartbroken, but I can move on knowing that I'm a man and I've played in a different country now. And I don't see why I can't play in Italy, France, Spain, do you know what I mean? Stay in France, come back to the Premier League. He's up for it. Premier League teams have been mentioned around his name today. West Ham, Crystal Palace, and a team that I think would actually get probably a lot out of a couple of our strikers, possibly an Eddie or even a Florin Balogun. Brighton have been linked. The Milan clubs have been linked around Florin today as well. Let me get into a couple of the comments. It's obvious Arteta doesn't rate you anyway. Yes, bro. The minutes have dried up. He, I don't know. I don't see why there is absolutely 0 minutes for KT. Like, Zinni hasn't been on fire. Like, okay, it was a fantastic goal last night, but before the goal, I was kind of saying, right, I rest happy if Zinni goes off right now, and on comes KT, and then obviously 24 hours later, I don't know. Like, again, I love the saying, no smoke without fire. I'm not going to be premature on it, let's say, but I'll tell you what, obviously with Nuno possibly coming back in the summer, this one could make sense. I've been talking to some of the real ones on the group of money-making opportunities at Arsenal this season. Would they cash in on one of our players that's sort of playing the more number 10 role? Obviously, Trossard has just reached. I wouldn't expect it to be him. But in saying that, Vieira would only have had a season come the end of the year. Emil Smith-Rowe, could he be a sellable asset to the club? Obviously, in the striker situation, I don't think much will change. Eddie and Jesus will probably be there next season. Will we have an added body in the squad, as in Florian Balogun, or would we be tempted to sell him? We have obviously been linked with the athletic Paramanese striker Victor Roque, but again, just turning 18 this month. Is he ready for the Premier League? You know what I mean? This is a league that's ate down bigger players than just turned 18-year-olds from Brazil. Big name strikers being linked with Arsenal. We have been linked with Dusan. We have today been linked with Victor Osimhen. I can't see at this moment where we could go and grab a Victor Osimhen. He's going to be a league title winner in Serie A with Napoli. And Man United have been heavily linked with him. Do you know what I mean? As people like me and Daniel have been talking about. So let me get into the comments, guys. And yep, I'm going to jump into the show as we do. Little Burnley, Nuno, back. Hold on. KT to Burnley. It's probably slightly better than Burnley. Then again, in saying that though, Burnley have got Vincent Kompany. Burnley are going to be coming up this season, most probably as champions from the Championship. Actually, I was about to ridicule your comment, and then I realised Vincent Kompany's there, and they're doing well. Vincent Kompany has obviously got a very good relationship with Man City, and he probably hasn't pissed off no one at Arsenal with the whole Sambi Lokonga thing, even though I think we were stitched up. But anyway, whatever will be. Guys, you don't need me to remind you. Start hitting the like button, please. And do be subscribing if we're new. We did hit the 1,570 mark yesterday. Every subscriber counts right at this moment, innit? Right, I think Kearney's there at Arsenal are numbered. So do I. I've said this for a moment now, but it is looking more and more like it is a possibility. You've called for Zinni to be called into the centre. And obviously, just saying what we see, we haven't seen that as yet. That would obviously mean putting KT in. I don't believe anyone that's kind of said throw, and I don't think they meant it is in the front three, but anyone saying no, push Tierney or Zinni further forward. Well, further forward, there is no further forward. We don't play wing-backs at the club. That means three at the back. And if you're going to push them further forward, surely you mean as part of the front three. So in theory, you'd be talking about Tierney on the left, Saka on the right, and Nketiah up front. Zero excites me about that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, something must give. A lot of me and the real ones have been watching Nuno Tavares today. He's one of his better games, especially getting forward. But again, he comes up with a goal. What else can I say? He has actually scored more league goals. Yes, it's in Ligue 1 in France, but he has scored more goals than Steady Eddie and Nketiah this season. Do you know what I mean? So, damn, that's Nuno Tavares. Balogun would have been top of the shops in the scoring charts in France today, but he missed a penalty, and I think Mbappe did score for PSG. So as far as I know, they're level peggings, both on 13 or 14 goals each. That's Florin and Killian. I know them personally, so I can call them Florin and Killian, of course, guys. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Now, guys, you know I changed the setup behind me. I tried to make it a little bit more bland, a little bit more friendly. And since the day I've done it, I haven't had ads on my videos. So absolutely, what I'd like to say, a big massive shout out to YouTube and AdSense for absolutely being penis blocks. Not even cock blocks no more. They're straight dick blockers. Right. Have you sorted scores, WB? Me, no points. Then it's me, Grivo, both on 3 wins. Danny Hazard and someone else on 2 wins. Yui's been knocked. Watch this. Yui's going to call the YouTube police, bruvs. What's good, my brother? Tonight, we're going to have a few main talking points, guys. I'm going to finish the comments first before we get into the main comment. I just need 2 more wins to secure the prize. You might not even need, well, you might just need 1, bruvs. Every Premier League. I can't believe there's only 1 more round of games, though. That's pissed me off like hard. I would need 2 to jump into the lead, provided none of you ball bags actually get any more right. So Are you going what to Tau or Kieran WP? Tierney for Glasgow, laddie. Yeah, tell me about the Glasgow. The problem is, I don't think Celtic have got the money for them. Do you know what I mean? Ange Posca, Cogaloo would probably love KT at the club, but has he got the money? Has he fake? Shout out to you, Phil. Nope. Straight Coca-Cola, bruvs. Straight Coca-Cola. Oh, sorry, I do lie. Blue is the colour, innit? Blue is the colour. Even in the choice of fucking drinks. Arteta needs to go. Where do you want him to go, bro? Barca? They're going to win the league, mate. I don't know. I can't see Mini Pep following Pep out to Bayern Munich, but he went for 2 years out in Germany. I couldn't see that happening. Then again, seriously, why not? Bayern Munich struggling. I think they lost again at the weekend. You know that, like to someone like Mainz or something. Seriously, Amanda, the way we move in the transfer window, we will end up with Morata. I give up on Edu. Bruvs, seriously, don't say that too loud. If you say his name 3 times, he might just turn up, man. Man comes like the boogeyman out here. Morata. See, not even I'll say the name 3 times. I'm shook of him. I'm shook of the guy. Yo, Lee Akers. Just as Lee Akers comes into the building, I want to start off on a couple of the key points of the chat. Does Arsenal Football Club need a striker? Yes or no? Does Arsenal need to just employ within when it comes to striker? What you all know what I'm going to say. Do we bring Florian Balogun back from his loan in the summer? It's only a 1 year loan, but does he stay at the club going forward? So, number 1, does Arsenal need a striker? Number 2, does Florian Balogun have a future at the club? Will 2 become free in the summer? When I say 2 become free, yes, I mean the added power of Florian Balogun, adding to terms of the weight and numbers up front, as we only have had 2 strikers this season, and one of them has been out for a huge chunk. And before he was out for that huge chunk, he decided to go 10 games without a goal. That, of course, is Gabriel Jesus. So a couple of the talking points. Sorry, once again, do we need a striker? Is it the top level striker? Could you see an Enrico get? Fuck you. Chiesa coming to the club. Could you see a Dusan Vlahovic? Could you see a Victor Osimhen turning up? Would we shop closer to home? Can you see Wilfred Zaha coming in on a free transfer? Arsenal again. We've been linked with Zubamendi for a couple of months now. Now we're linked with his midfield partner Briaz Mendes. He's got a 31 million euro release clause. I don't even know how old he is. In fact, I don't care how old he is. I don't really want nobody now from Real Sociedad. Feeling as a motherfucker. Arsenal and Man United have been linked with Victor Osimhen today. Is this just one dick blower of a journalist, or could there be something in it with Victor Osimhen? It does appear like Napoli will sell him in the summer. Have a coffee. Nah, bro, I was way too late for that, man. They took Emery's job. They took his job. They took his job, bruvs. They took his job. I'm doing my predictions now, so I'll be back after. Wow. WB is planning, he's plotting, he's looking to win the title. Man, so thank fuck this is a month by month thing, innit? There's no... Wow, I've had a lot of Twitters in the last few minutes. What's going on Twitter? What have I done? Guys, give me 30 seconds. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to... What are you talking about? He's happy with us. We shall see. Oh my god, some people are like, no, KT is going nowhere. We shall see. Trust in me, motherfuckers. Trust in me. I can't let everyone's dead out here. What's this? Throw money. We should just throw money. He seems to be... Hold on. So sorry, people. He seems to be not a starter. Sometimes. Also. Yeah, good show. Alfonso Davies, someone has said Arsenal should go for. Get rid 2 injury prone. That's someone. Guna Diaz. Replying on this KT thing. Shouts out to you, my G. Who's this? Guna Wilco. Yep, we'll give you a quick follow, brother. Not a fucking problem. I'm on 941 on the Twitter. Right, guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. So sorry, people. Let me just sort of stop chatting on Twitter and let's get on with what we're doing. The show, of course, but I'm going to get the link to a couple of people. Let me throw it on WhatsApp real quick. So this is going to take literally 1 minute. Someone's comment's been censored. I ain't got time for it. Someone's comment's been censored. Live now. Bang. Let me quickly do that. Let me quickly do this, people. Peace and love to you all. Don't bite my head off. I shouldn't be doing this bullshit. Stephen, go away. I love you, mate, but nope, not now. It can't be that important. Let's get Guna Diaz in. You seem like you talk sense, my son. Shouts out to all the real ones. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Should KT be sold in the summer? We have got Nuno Tavares to come back if necessary. Should it be Nuno Tavares sold and keep KT? We've got 3 left backs. I don't really see why we need 3 left backs at the club when Nuno Tavares has obviously completed his 1-year education, let's call it, out in Marseille. Maybe not. He gets injured. Everyone knows this. 100%, mate. 100%. Cash in ASAP. Newcastle or Villa. 25 mil. 25 million. Money back. Job done. Guys, I do apologize 27 million times for this, but guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Listen, KT, keep or sell. Remember, we've got Nuno Tavares coming back in the summer. Nuno Tavares has actually outscored Eddie Nketiah in terms of goals. Yes, he's probably played more games than Eddie, but he's a flipping left back at the end of the evening. Guys, do we need to bring Balogun back? Would you send him out for a further year's loan? France, Germany, Italy. Would you sell him if we had an acceptable offer? Or should he come back to fight for his first team place? And then we're going to get into some transfer rate rumours. Edouard Camavinga has been linked with Arsenal again. Arsenal have been linked with pretty much every right back across world football, from Ivan Freshenda. Oh my God, I'm set. Tariq Lamptey has been linked with Arsenal today, Ivan Freshenda, and of course Inter Milan's Denzel Dumfries. There's even been talks of swapping Tommy, 35 million plus Tommy for Denzel Dumfries. I think that's a bit far-fetched and a touch over the mark. But guys, have your say. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Can we get some likes on the video immediately, please, guys? And let me try and grab some of the boys in on Twitter. Shouts out to Akers. Shouts out to Yui. Shouts out to all the real ones. And now let's get some of these real ones in. Guna Diaz, I said something on the old Twitter. I will jump back to that, and then literally we're 100% full steam ahead in the stream, guys. Do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Bang. Oh, you silly fucker. Davis is a beast. Certainly is, bros. Nuno coming back. Do we need 3 left backs? Do we need 3 left backs? And we got that kid in the academy as well, Souza in the academy also. Picking up the academy players as you do. Bars tonight, bros. Who knows? It could be a possible Sunday night bars team. I'm going to jump into some football news now. Some of the football news of today. Right. Arsenal have been linked, as I did say, to every right back under the sun. Denzel Dumfries. Would you swap Denzel Dumfries for a Tomiyasu? I would, but if the price was right. Ivan Freshenda. Tariq Lamptey has also been mentioned. Listen, we've got to stop being linked with Brighton players, man. I'm telling you. Newcastle want KT and would be prepared to pay £30 million for him. Eddie Howe, if you think the price is right, do step up, my son. Victor Roque, 18 this month. PSG, Barcelona, and Arsenal all linked with a £45 million summer move for the athletic Perenese striker. Arsenal expect huge Balogun interest in the summer. Teams in France, Italy, Germany, and the Premier League, Brighton, Palace, and West Ham are all monitoring the Arsenal 15-goal loan sensations situation. Rice will go to the highest bidder. This is according to David Moyes. David Moyes again, yes, has been linked with the Leeds boy, or he's not the Leeds boy. I actually like to call him the boy from Leeds, Calvin Phillips. Zaha has been linked with Arsenal and Tottenham today. Obviously, he's on a free transfer in the summer. We'll get back to Wilfred soon. AC Milan want Balogun and have made a £20 million bid. Boys, double it. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Briaz Mendes, he's a Real Sociedad central midfielder. He has a £31 million release clause. He has been linked with Arsenal Football Club today. Arteta may save Chelsea again. We could go back for not one, but two Chelsea winners in the summer. Hudson-Odoi has been linked, and so has, of course, Raheem Sterling. He earns over 300 grand a week, guys, or 312 grand a week. It's something staggering. Some Chelsea fans are telling this today. Go on, mate, take him. He earns 312 grand a week, and he's not worth half of that. That would still be like 155, 160 grand a week. Jesus! Edwin Camavinga has been linked with a £65 million move to Arsenal in the summer. Word on road is PSG are also eyeing a move for Camavinga. Balogun, what is next for the striker? He's obviously top scorer in France, or joint top scorer in France, along with Kylian Mbappe. That's nothing to be too ashamed of. Victor Osimhen has been linked with Arsenal and Man United today. Boxing watch-alongs are coming up on the channel, guys. Tyson Fury's brother, is it Tommy Fury versus, I don't know, some YouTuber, Logan Paul. Yes, I'm looking forward to this fight. Nevertheless, Tyson Fury says he is not my brother if he loses this fight. Let's slip into Premier League news. McAllister and Caicedo are still planning their Brighton exits in the summer. They don't care if they finish first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh. It's time to go. Who's this? Adrian Rabiot. He has his agent has contacted Premier League teams. West Ham and Palace are even rumoured to be interested in Adrian Rabiot. Newcastle and Man United are eyeing a move for Southampton midfielder JWP. That's Ward Prowse to need you guys. If Southampton are relegated, guys, if Southampton was relegated, would there be anyone who'd be trying to take from their club? Listen, they've got a couple of decent right backs. We need a right back. Walker Peters, the former Tottenham boy, former Chelsea guy. Is it Jake Livermore? Levea, the former Man City academy product. The goalkeeper's not too bad. He's about 21. Irish geezer. What's his name? Bazuna or something. Man, if Southampton go down, I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, a couple of cut price moves. West Ham have been linked with a sensational £50 million bid for Anthony Martial today. Emi Martinez is looking to quit Aston Villa. He says he hopes and dreams of playing for a Champions League club next season. He has let Emre and the Villa board know his intentions to quit. West Ham are looking to sign Calvin Phillips. They don't care if it's as part of a swap situation with Declan Rice, but regardless, West Ham shall bid for Calvin Phillips in the summer. Neymar knows only Premier League teams can afford him. Neymar has instructed his agents to do best by his career. And then that guy, I've told you about this boy before, the Montpellier striker, Wahi. He's 28 goals in 21 games this season. He has again been linked with a move to Arsenal. Anyway, guys, massively, who's this? Right. I've got a couple of emails to look at. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new on this very, very, very quiet Sunday evening. If it stays this quiet, sweet, not a problem. I will bounce out a bit early as you do, guys. But guys, the people that are with me, please get the likes on the video and do be subscribing if we is new. Couple of topics of the day. Yes, Zubimendi still being linked with Arsenal. Arsenal, Barcelona, and PSG could go to war for Victor Roque. Yes, he's the athletic Paranese striker. The Real Valladolid right back, right back. It won't go away. Ivan Freshenda still linked with a £15 million move to Arsenal. What should happen to what should happen to Florian Balogun, guys? Should he return to Arsenal as part of the squad, or should we sell him to raise much needed money for the summer budget? Should KT go as well? Linked with Newcastle today. Villa are rumoured to be watching him as well. Who are the sellable assets at Arsenal? Rob Holding. Do you think it's time for him to go? The right back and left back situation. If we were to bring a right back in, you wouldn't want 3 right backs at the club, especially a £50 million right back. Would Tommy have to go if a right back comes in? Should we sell a left back to raise funds? Do we need another centre half? Edson Topsoda has been linked with Arsenal continuously. Um, hmm, I'm not sure about this guy. Daniel He, what do you think of Edmond Topsoda if you're still about? Are we counting Coca-Cola Cup on the fixtures? It'll be interesting. I think it's a bit unfair. How many Premier League teams is in it? That would be the only unfair thing. I would go for anything at the moment. I would fucking add cockroaches up the wall, bro, so I could try and fight back to you guys. I don't like losing in it. I'm very competitive, so I would add anything. If it's realistic, I would go for it. Should we include Champions League? Everyone will probably think we're busting a scam, but I'm open for anything at the moment. The more games, the better. Man United Newcastle, is that in midweek? Fuck yes, we're going to put that in as a bonus game. If that's in midweek, of course we're putting it in. And if no one else doesn't text you to score predictions, guess what? They lose out on that one. I say put the more in the better, bros. I say the more the merrier. Linda, much love, but no one asked you. No way. The more the merrier, WB. The more the merrier. Guys, on this extremely quiet Sunday evening, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing. If we nearly poured over a kind of Coke all over the situation, that would not have liked. I would not that would not have made me too happy at all. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing. If we have new, shout out to WB. I do think he's now got this the situation on the show for Friday night, the weekend warm-up show. I think he's abreast of the situation now. Guys, it is time for me to have I've got another 8 tweets, whatever it is. I must respond to that message. It's funny, Sunday night. Is someone actually replying to that? Is that an all-made service? Because it's Sunday night and it's 10:30. That is so interesting. All right, get back to that immediately after the stream. Man United Newcastle is Sunday Cup final. Yep, that counts. That's a bonus point. Yep. It's Premier only. No one asked you. I'm counting Newcastle Man United because they won't be playing this weekend. So that is a Premier League fixture for me, WB. Shouts out to you. And let me now look at the fixtures for the weekend because you know what? It's shit or bust for me. I'm on 2. I need at least 2 correct scores to either draw level or win this myself outright. So let me look at the... We know there's no Premier League fixtures. Monday, Tuesday, we go into... or Wednesday, it's Champions League. Thursday. It's Europa League Thursdays. Man United, Barcelona. Should I do a watch-along for that, guys? That one's going to be interesting. Hold on. Friday night football, guys. So we start on Friday night this week. It is Fulham versus Wolves. Stephen, do not forget Friday night. So Friday night, we're up and running. Wolves, what did I say? I've got a fucked up memory. Fulham versus Wolves. That's tough to predict. Wolves fucked me at the weekend. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, it is not going to be... Oh, Newcastle Brighton obviously is postponed. So, yep, that's not happening. Everton versus Villa. We've got Leeds versus Southampton. Leicester versus Arsenal. West Ham versus Forest. Bournemouth versus Manchester City. And Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Sunday's entertainment would have been Man United Brentford, but no. So, Newcastle and Man United will go in as a bonus game. And then it's Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. And you can't see Monday on the Premier League app. I'm sure there isn't a Monday. WB, it's probably worth checking if there's a Monday game. But if there's a Friday game, surely not. Fulham versus Wolves on Friday. So that's 2 teams. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 16, 18. Do you know what, bros? There might be a Monday game because I've only counted 18 fixtures. Check for Monday, bros. Is there Monday night football this week?
Which league?
Go fuck yourself.
Liga.
So when they play the game they are meant to play won't count then. Of course it will, because that'll be a different day in a new month. So don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. I've said in the group about Friday. Fantastic news. Is there a Monday game to complete the weekend, Stephen? I need you to check that now because Sky won't tell me. And if I start talking to Google right now, he won't understand me. You know, I speak different languages when it comes to Google. Right, shout out to all the real ones. Where is the real ones today? Where is UE? Where is Hazard? Where is Lieka's gone? Daniel Heat, where are you? I want an Edmund Tobsoda report from you. How is Hudson Odoi getting on in Germany? Where's Daniel Heat? There was a couple of questions I wanted. No Monday game. Do you know what? Nice one for that, Linda. Well done. The teams, Man United and Newcastle, are meant to play adds up to 20 teams. I made 18, but fair enough. I made 18. Maybe I ran through that quickly, but fair enough. All right, on we go, guys. Is there any truth to this Victor Roque, the Athletic Paranaense striker? He has a £53 million release clause. Arsenal, PSG, and Club Barcelona have all been linked. Ruben Neves, is he going to stay put at Wolves and run down his contract come the summer? It doesn't seem like Barcelona are going to come calling and seem prepared to wait until he is, in fact, a free transfer. Is there any truth in Newcastle or perhaps even Aston Villa's apparent want to have Kieran Tierney as part of their squads for next season? Briaz Mendes, I don't really want to talk about him because that now makes two. So, Dan, there he is. Right. Stop everything you're saying. Browse, quick report. Hudson Odoi, how's he getting on? Is he out by Leverkusen and the other motherfucker? Who else was I talking about? Germany. How's Van Dijk been getting on since January? And who else was I just talking about, guys? Tobsoda, that's the guy. And Tobsoda is a nice defender, plays for Leverkusen. So, I know he likes the left-footed, right-footed balance, and I couldn't see two central defenders coming to Arsenal. If Arsenal was to go for one, who would be the better asset? Would it be a Van Dijk or a Tobsoda? Who is rated the bigger beast in German football? Hudson Odoi, how's he getting on? And do you think Moussa Diaby is ready for Premier League football? And how much do you believe Moussa Diaby would cost? And then how much would you actually pay for Moussa Diaby? And obviously, of course, would you actually bring Moussa Diaby to the club? You are now my German scout, Daniel He. Big shouts out to you. Is Diaby ready for Arsenal Football Club? Edmond Tobsoda, is he Premier League ready, not just Arsenal ready? And Ivan Ndicka, free transfer. Would you sell? I think we discussed this slightly last night, though, but is there any other gooners out there that would sacrifice Gabriel Magalhaes and bring in Ivan Ndicka on a free? So we have got our German correspondent here, Daniel He. I want to know how Hudson Odoi is doing this season, how Edmond Tobsoda is doing, and is Moussa Diaby worth 50-60 million pounds? And would you, as an Arsenal fan, bring Moussa Diaby to Arsenal? Would Moussa Diaby blow in the Premier League? Daniel He, you know what to do next, G. Shouts out to you. Hazard, brilliant. I just called for you, brother. I've just asked Daniel here a couple of questions. Obviously, he does watch German football. Danny, I'll tell you, is the reason why COVID hit the world, bro. I do believe so, bruvs. I do think he had at least a bit to do with it. Remember, he was a carrier as well. He kept on catching it. He was the carrier. So, if not the cause, he was definitely the carrier. He plotted it around in certain places, bruvs. So, yes, he's a carrier, I do believe. Has a unit of at least 3 scores to win the prize. Hazard, what do you mean 3? If he's on 2 with me, bruvs, 2 would take him to the title. 2 would take him. If me and Hazard and some other fuckers on 2, and you boys are on 3, bruvs, 2 takes us to a win unless you lot score again. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about that, bruvs. I'm looking to 2. I'm looking to get the minimum of 2 correct scores this week to at least get me joint top. Tell me something, bruvs. There's no way I'm going down without a fight. I'm going to look at these scores really, really, really carefully tonight, bruvs. And don't watch that. Hazard, don't worry, bruvs. He's looking at them scores as well. Liekers wants to make it a little bit more respectable. He doesn't want to be sitting at the bottom of that league. Do you know what I mean? And as for Grivo, I'm going for his neck, bruvs. I'm going to go fight Grivo. I'm going to go take that prize from him. So, guys, yes, the weekend warm-up show is the last one of the month, obviously. This is your last chance to claim the prize. WB Grivo leading the competition. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. The fixtures are reasonably awkward this week. We start off on Friday night. So, guys, remember, if you haven't said your result by 10 p.m., I'm going to get my results into WB soon because I have a feeling quite a lot of people will forget the Friday game. I'm not going to remind everyone like some dickhead. So, Fulham versus Wolves obviously gets the game up and running. Bruvs, I'm telling them all now, Newcastle versus Liverpool counts. That's a league... Sorry. Newcastle versus Man U counts. That's a league fixture, a bonus point. Okay? So, for the Friday warm-up show this week, and then we're going to get into the warm down and how everyone's getting on anyway. So Fulham versus Wolves is Friday night. On Saturday, we have Everton Villa, Leeds Southampton, Leicester Arsenal, West Ham Forest, Bournemouth Man City, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. And on Sunday, you have Tottenham and Chelsea. And the bonus game is Manchester United versus Newcastle, man. So, guys, it is your last opportunity to stake your claim for the prize. And then, thankfully, next month, it starts nice. The first fixture of next month is the 1st of March, and that is Arsenal-Everton, and I'm sure there's other fixtures that day. And then the Friday warm-up show starts absolutely clean, and then, yeah, we all go in again. Do you know what I mean? Grievo, WB is top. I don't know, WB, tell us the way it goes again right now. Right. I need at least 2 to win. Why would you need at least 2 if you're top, though? This is what I don't understand. What are you fucking talking about, bruvs? I don't get it. What are you talking about, bruvs? Jesus. So I'm on 1 correct score so far. Yeah, bruvs, 2 will make you draw. If you actually got 3 correct scores, you could be in a shout of winning it. Liakers, you've definitely got work to do. I'm on 2. So the way I see it is if none of these boys score any points at the weekend and I get 2 correct scores, I am top of the league. Do you know what I mean? But that means these boys that can't score any points. Or these boys as in WB, Grievo. WB, tell me who the F is where in this league again. Indica over Top Soda. Bang. I'd pay 60 million max. 60 million. So that means, listen, that's still an expensive winger then. Guys, Moussa Diaby, he has been linked with Arsenal again. He's 23. He's got, I think, for Leverkusen, about 67 goals in about 160 games. Doesn't scare the life out of me. Anyway, yes, Lee, blame me. Blame me for what? Blame me for everything. Blame me for KT going Newcastle. That's it. Blame me for Tommy's form. Blame me for Ben White having an orange skin complexion and disorder. Like, that's it. Blame me for everything. Lee, me, 0 point. Did you get to McDonald's today? Bros, I didn't even get to the area, but I am there all day tomorrow. I'm actually there all day for the next few days. So I'm about, bros. Highbury, Newarton, Green. Yeah, I'm all about there all day tomorrow, bros. Got a couple of bits to do. Damn. I'm on 0 for results. Jean, you should have got in, bros. You should have got in. Don't worry, man. 1st of March, we start again. That's Arsenal, Everton, and God knows what other games that day. So we start all over again. I need all predictions by Thursday's stream. Cool. That's not a problem by me because, yep, it's up and running Friday. Fulham versus Wolves. Good, difficult game that is as well. Okay, W, I can do that. Fantastic. Hazard, send to me directly. I need 2 in case Grievo gets. But what if he gets none and you get 1? That means you win. Bros, I'm coming for all y'all anyway. And you know, Liakers ain't going to just steal out with 3 correct results this weekend and actually win the title. That would piss me up. I'd piss myself. I would piss myself away because won it. Come right from the back and then just won it. Imagine if Linda done a madness and went and pulled off 4 correct results this weekend. I doubt it will happen, but imagine. She would be the motherfucking king or the queen of the league. I never drew from Leverkusen. Bravs, we was linked with him about a year ago. He's an attacking midfielder. Bravs, there was a lot of talk about this guy 12 to 18 months ago. Has he slowed down? What has he been doing, bravs? Because do you know what? Do you know you always just hear the people that are murking it in Germany and Italy and Spain? What has actually happened to this guy? Guys, have we got an acceptable amount of likes on the video? Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. 39 minutes in. Can your next giveaway just be a raffle? £1 strip. It can be, bros. It can be what anyone likes. Daniel, are you German, RB? Um, he was injured for a long time. Aha! See what I mean, bros? Do you know when I don't hear someone's name no more, I immediately think, like you say, the injury thing, or I think of the massive collapse and loss of form. But he was scoring goals, assisting for fun, and I'm talking 18 months ago. I started hearing about this guy, and because he's young, isn't he? Is he 19, 20, bros? He's proper young, and he was making waves at like 17, 18. Like he was making himself noticed all over Germany. Mario Götze style, you know what I mean? Players like that. Mario Götze. Someone like him comes to mind, to be honest with you. I liked Götze when he first started fucking playing ball, bruvs. It's a shame, bruvs. Julian Draxler as well, bruvs. I like Draxler. I don't know. Both of them should have offered a lot more to football. Both of them absolutely stunning talents. Maybe Götze got a lot too quick, bruvs. Having an assist in a World Cup final. Maybe it all got to his head. But guys, nevertheless, yes, we have got our German brother here, going to tell us all about Top Soda. He takes Ivan Ndicka over Top Soda. Ivan Ndicka is on a free. Guys, that's got to be thought about. I know we did get the guy from Spezia, Jacob, but send him on loan. Bring in Ivan Ndicka. Free transfer. As I said, guys, there is a lot of people. Like there's like 54. There's probably more than 50. Well, a good load of footballers that are on free transfers. Do you know what I mean? From Marcus Thuram, Tillemans, Van Ndicka. Do you know what I mean? David Raya soon to be out of contract. Do you know what I mean? How about the kid at Southampton? Imagine if Southampton is relegated at the end of the season. You could have Bazzuno, Walker Peters, Livermore trying to walk out. The midfielder, Levea. The Man City talent, what's his name? Adobe, the winger. Can you not give away Peter Rice? Daniel, are you German? He was injured. Top Bruno's reckon we are getting nice. No chance, bro. I don't think that's one's going to happen. Unless Declan particularly wants to join Arsenal. Right. Number one, he is a Chelsea fan. It doesn't mean because you're a Chelsea fan, you're going to go to that club. But for me, if I'm an Arsenal fan and Arsenal offered to me a whopping contract, etc., I sign for them. What I do hear about Declan Rice is he doesn't want to move out of London. So that does rule out at this moment Man United and Man City. I don't see why though, man. They all drive, they're all rich. They could fly back from Manchester to London an hour after the game. I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? But allegedly, Man United, Man City, they do want him. But he still wants to stay in London, is Mr. Declan. Also, it will go down to like a bidding war. He's only got 2 years on his deal. But as Moyes said, if we have to lose him, we want as much as possible. Do you know what I mean? West Ham have already allegedly found the replacement for Declan Rice. They're going for Calvin Phillips. Manchester City, I do reckon, would offer Calvin Phillips and money for Declan Rice. Then it'll be up to Declan to decide if he wants to play for the champions or if they're still champions, Man City, at that time, obviously, come the end of the season. Or if he wants to stay in London and perhaps play for Arsenal or Chelsea. There's just a lot of people talking. There's a lot of his friends talking. I know Declan wants to stay in London. He's a London guy. He doesn't want to go nowhere else. He's a Chelsea fan. Chelsea's in his blood, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the other half that say, no. He admires Arsenal. He admires Arteta. What do you think makes Declan Rice admire Arteta? Do you know what I mean? The only thing that would stop him from going Chelsea, would it be some of the uncertainty? Which manager is going to be in charge from the summer? Then again, look, Mudrak didn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Badiashile didn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Felix didn't give a fuck. Players are greedy. They don't give a fuck. Luca's joining the chat. Guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. You still haven't told us what the prize is yet. It's something from the armory, bros. Who knows? It could be a teddy. It could be a bar of soap. It could be a keyring. It could be a scarf. It could be a training top. I doubt I'm going to spend 70 quid on a home top for some motherfucker. No. Someone would have to win that shit 3 months in a row, man, before they get a home top or something. But it will be something from the armory, 100%. It won't be something knocked off from Holloway Road Market. Nah. Good evening, Luco. James Bowen would be a great backup to Saka. Bowen, interesting. The thing is, West Ham again, like they're not shy on putting millions on someone's head. Like they paid about 8 million for him from I think Hull, between 8 and 10 million from Hull. Good signing. Seemed to have lost his way for a lot at the end of last season and at the start of this season. Then I started hearing all mad rumours. He wanted to get out of London. His girlfriend was spinning a madness on him. I don't know. He seems to have a lot of personal issues in his personal life, and his gal seems to beat him up a lot. I don't know. I like him as a footballer. I wouldn't be trying to spend 70 million on the guy. I would honestly even rather go back to Rafinha. Did anyone see the Rafinha interview? Rafinha says there is 2 clubs he only wants to play for. Club Barcelona. Club Barcelona has been his dream all his life. Unless Club Barcelona tell him to leave, he's never going to leave. But if there was 2 clubs he had to join, or if he had to choose between any clubs in the world he would have to join after Club Barcelona, it would actually be Arsenal or Paris Saint-Germain. Rice will go to Chelsea. Yes, I pretty much think so, and they'll probably slot him alongside Enzo Fernandez, and that shall be a £200 million central midfield partnership. I'm going to suggest the prize. Go on then. Edu's Arsenal won't pay £100 million. I doubt it very much, bruvs. Again, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea all been interested. Arsenal will drop out the race first and then blah, blah, blah. Luca, I can exclusively tell you, then we'll reopen the can of worms that is Moises Caicedo of Brighton. Liverpool will probably kazump us for him. Then we'll move on to Martin Zubimendi of Real Sociedad and tell the world that he was our number 1 target. I've just got this nasty feeling if we're buying a central midfielder, it's going to be Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi. Linda, we don't want your cat as a prize. It'll be the changed. Change what? What was that? Lee. What can we do with Akers? Akers now, honestly, it's going to be something from the Armoury. The cheapest item at the Armoury. I don't know, bros. Bros, even the little teddy bears about a score. So, do you know what, bros? Don't worry. How much are the scarves? They're about 25 quid, the scarves. I was about like one of my pool pictures. Emirates at night. They're a score. No, they're a score 5. About a nice little picture to put on your wall. That'll be useless for WB because I swear he's got them all. I'm going to get him a picture for his wall. Ding! We won't get Rice. Okay, then what about Caicedo? Or is Tillemans more the target? Or will it be Martin Zubimendi? I don't know why. I keep feeling we are going to go in hard for Martin Zubimendi. I'm going to start watching this guy closely between now and the end of the season. I watched him once away to Real Madrid. He was very quiet. He just sat in a hole, literally. He just seemed to sit right here and do nada. Is he an Enzo Fernandez type? I don't know. Maybe away at Real Madrid, Sociedad did get a 0-0 draw. They probably went there to go and get a draw, and they were very successful in doing it. Maybe that was a tough game to start watching this Martin Zubimendi. He wants to play Champions League. Who wants to play Champions League football? I know Emi Martinez wants to play Champions League football. Where could that goalkeeper end up? Obviously, Newcastle don't need a goalkeeper. Could Man United stealing for Emi Martinez in the summer? Liverpool are pretty settled goalkeeper-wise. What about Man City? I think they like Edison. I don't know. Which big club? Could it be PSG? I don't know. Real Madrid, Barcelona? Emi Martinez, though. A lot of South Americans do end up in Spain, innit? Emi Martinez, Barcelona or Real Madrid? What do you think, guys? Eddie's board will not pay £100 million. Won't get that with Chelsea next season. I won't give my cat away. There are more stoners. Zubimendi, never heard. Babs, yes, Zubimendi. He has got a £53 million release clause. He is 23 years old. He plays for Real Sociedad. Allegedly, we did attempt to sign him in January. Allegedly, we even agreed to fee with the club, but he did not want to join us at that time. If that story is true, I would never want him anyway. What the fuck do you mean you're turning Arsenal down? To do what at Real Sociedad for the next 5 months? But as the story goes, we agreed a fee with Real Sociedad in January. But the boy didn't take the bait. Will we beat Leicester? Bros, we're not bad against Leicester. Even in their title-winning season, we beat them home and away. Thankfully, with Leicester, they won't defend against us. They'll go 4 at the back, 4-3-3. They'll play similar to us. I think they'll play attacking football. And that, again, like I said, against Brentford, that did turn out to be wrong. That there should help us and guide us towards 3 points, I reckon. Leicester won't close the shop up on us. They won't play defensive. They are at home. They are at the King Power. They'll go for 3 points. So, thankfully, I think that should get us the 3 points. We don't like teams that try and spoil us and try and kick us and don't play football. And Brendan Rodgers' teams does play football. I think they'll come out for the win. I think we'll beat them because of that. Shouts out to Leicester. I go with that as well, Lee. I'm not even telling you what I'm going. Not you, Lee. I'll tell you. I'm telling no one else on the stream. We need Rice or Saicedo. Yes, I do think we do need that kind of stomp her out, that kind of whatever. But again, guys, I don't want to get negative on it. With Jorginho, all the super fans thinking that he is the best next thing since Pele himself, or they actually believe he's as good as Declan Rice, the fucking idiots. It's going to take a lot for us to sign a central midfielder in the summer. If we let Lokonga go, there's probably a squad player coming in. Yes, Hazard, a squad player. I can't see us going top shelf for a midfielder if we've got Jorginho, Exaka and Thomas Partey, all 3 of them still being there. God forbid, if I hear they're not experienced enough, are all over the age of 30, what the fuck are they then? He said your cat was an alcoholic. Oh, God. He sent your production directly to me so it don't get lost in the chat. Shut up, WB. Danny needs a secretary. I was Danny's assistant coach before we moved out. I like that assistant coach. I like that. That's quite funny. I like that. That's good. I know, guys. Guys, no one's really giving me your direct answers. It's almost time to go. We have got 9 minutes left of the stream. So please, 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 please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. And I'm going to actually start going to work on my score predictions. Because I'm telling you what, I'm pissed. Do you know what, though? Do you know what? I may as well just leave it to the last minute on Thursday night. Because, do you know what? Just go bang, 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 bang. Shouts out to UE. He's planning a 1-2 or a 2-1 all the way through the card. 2-1. 1-2. Swear to God. I'll hire an assistant. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Guys, before we do close, Arteta's search for a right back. Denzel Dumfries. I know WB likes this guy. Ivan Freshenda still linked. We've been linked to the Udinese right back, and even Tariq Lamptey's name has been mentioned today. That is up to 4 right backs. Does that mean we are on the hunt for a right back? What would have to break the camel's back? Would it be Ben White going? I couldn't see it. 50 million. No one across the world football would give us 50 million for Ben White. Would Tommy Yasu have to go? Would Tommy or Ben White go back to the centre to leave them remain in the club and sign a new right back? It's interesting. That actually is more likely to happen. Tommy or Ben goes back to battle with Saliba, and then we sign a right back. Interesting. Guys, Briaz Mendes, Real Sociedad midfielder. That's 2 of them now being linked with Arsenal. AC Milan are looking to bid for Balogun come the summer. Zaha is on a free. Would Arsenal fans want him, the top gooners? Tottenham have been linked as well. Brighton, Palace, West Ham, AC Milan, Inter Milan, teams in Germany and France, all linked with Florent Balogun. Do we sell or do we not? Bom, 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 bom. Victor Roque, 18 at the end of the month. PSG, Barcelona and Arsenal are all being linked to a £45 million move in the summer. This sounds like Endrick II. Edouard Camavinga has been linked with PSG and Arsenal. 65 million could be enough to persuade Real Madrid to sell. I don't see why, but that's word on road, isn't it? Victor Osimhen, Man United are ready to spend £100 million on him. They're also ready to shed money for Harry Kane, Frankie de Jong, Denzel Dumfries, and another centre-back. Hinkapie has been linked with Man United. He plays in Germany again. Daniel He, where you at? Bits and pieces of Premier League news. If Southampton was to be relegated, is there anyone you'd take from there? Ward-Prowse, Livermore? How about Walker-Peters, the right back? How about Levea, the midfielder? How about the young Irish keeper, Buzuno? West Ham want Anthony Martial, Anthony Martial, and are prepared to pay up to £50 million for him. Emi Martinez wants Champions League football and is ready to quit Aston Villa in the summer. How much would it cost to get Emi Martinez to your club? Can you see a Premier League club coming in for him? I can't see it myself. The Champions League clubs with all De Gea, I can't see getting fucked off by Man U. I can't see Liverpool getting rid of Alisson. Man City, nope. And if Arsenal are the other Champions League team, well, it wouldn't be our style to go in for a world-class goalkeeper now, would it? But, yes, what to do? Emi Martinez, formerly of Arsenal, of course, sold. Expect us to go and sign him again. I don't know. I feel Real Madrid or Barcelona, a move to Spain could be on the cards for him. Clearly, both will be Champions League teams. And Neymar knows only Premier League teams can afford him. His Barcelona or Real Madrid dream seems to be melted as of yet. Real Madrid haven't given up hope on Bellingham, Jude Bellingham, or Kylian Mbappe. Guys, 5.5 minutes left of the stream. Do we get the likes on the video, and do be subscribing if we is new. Your job is to drink wine in a bath with your cat. I like that. Cat don't like water. And as for wine, maybe. Interesting. But guys, Edward Camavinga, he'll be a solid midfield signing in the summer. Couldn't see it very much though. Don't see why Real Madrid wouldn't let him go. I know Tikamendi or whatever and Luka Modric seem to get in the team ahead of him, but I don't know. But Edward Camavinga, evening, Mr. Easy. How are you, bros? I might shout you in a few minutes, bros. I'll be off of this stream in 5 minutes. I had a response from them people. Florin Balogun, Arsenal fans, would you sell or would you let him go? He is now the top scorer. He's joint top scorer in France. That's nothing to be too ashamed of. Him and Kylian Mbappe are top of the scoring charts. Remember, Kylian Mbappe plays for PSG. Florin Balogun is on loan from Arsenal and playing for Rennes, so absolutely shouts out to him. 15 goals he is on in France. He missed a penalty today, or would have been on 16. Newcastle are rumoured to be willing to give Arsenal £30 million for KT, guys. Considering we've got a left back doing well at Marseille in Nuno Tavares, would you let Kieran Tierney go and bring Tavares back? I don't know. Remember, Tavares has also scored more goals than Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah. Tavares, the left back, has scored 5. Nketiah, the striker, has scored 4. Shouts out to Easy and Liverpool. Have Liverpool turned the corner? They did win in the Merseyside derby. 2-0, I do believe, and they have defeated Newcastle yesterday, an impressive result, and they didn't actually need the help from Nick Pope either. The game was already going Liverpool's way. If anything, Nick Pope getting sent off kind of stunt the life out of the game. Liverpool 2-0 up and absolutely cruising at the time. Shouts out to Darwin Núñez. I have been saying for a month or so that this guy would start getting goals, and he is a class striker. He gets into too many good positions to say he is rubbish. So shouts out to Darwin Núñez. Diaz on his way back. Jota is back. He's 100% fit. You've got Firmino back. Liverpool will make a charge towards the end of the season. Top 4 is nowhere near out of sight for Liverpool Football Club. Newcastle, they're not going to be a top 4 club. Have their bubble finally been burst by Liverpool? It'll be interesting to watch their next couple of games. Newcastle obviously got the cup final at the weekend, first to contend with. Easy. I need to speak to you as well. Just remember, I've got 2 things to speak to Easy about. But guys, it is almost time to go. Please, let's start hitting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing. If we is new, I shall be back tomorrow. Remember, for the weekend watch show on Friday, it is the last round of results. So WB and Grivo are leading the way. Me, Hazard, and I don't know, someone is in second place. I'm going to start looking at the scores. Remember, the games start from Friday this evening, so don't think you're coming in at 10 p.m. to give me your scores. Well, you can do, but you would have missed the Fulham versus Wolves games. I'm not going to be chasing, Mar. That will be up to WB. I suppose the boys on Twitter, I'm going to have to give them a shout and nod in the right direction. That's AFC Governor Martin Trapp if he's back involved. But I don't know, he got quiet. I think he got the ump of his first round of results, getting a big fat fucking 0. Shouts out to Easy, to Linda, to WB, to Lee Akers, to UE, to Hazard, to Luco, all of the real ones in the chat. Absolutely shouts out to you. Shouts out to Daniel E, to Jean RB. You are all my real ones. Guys, Arsenal, Champions League returns this week. Liverpool, Steph play Real Madrid, mate. It's Steph versus Real Madrid. Great game. Man City, yes, I'm very interested to see how they get on. I'm sure they will beat the life out of Leipzig home and away. Then they've got Bristol City away in the FA Cup. So, yes, I'm looking for a fixture pilot for Man City and praying to God that Arsenal can take advantage in the league title race. Guys, if we were to quickly close before we go, name your top four. I reckon, in no particular order, Arsenal, Man United, Man City. I'm putting my neck out because Easy's here. I think Liverpool could and should be a top 14. I reckon the last 2-3 months of the season, Diaz comes back to full effect. I reckon Salah owes Liverpool a little something because they've given him 350 grand a week. And he hasn't been at the races. They've got to get over the whole Sadio Mane thing. Cody Gakpo has added 2 in 2 recently. For me, they've got enough firepower to get them to the top 4. If they can stay injury-free, keep their midfield firing, I think Liverpool will climb back into contention. Chelsea, I'm not so sure. Beaten at home to Southampton. I did see the second half, but then for every Chelsea fan that said they should have won 4-1, boy, the first half, they were fucking disgusting. Southampton created 2 chances. Chelsea literally created nothing. Ward-Prowse had both chances for Southampton. Guys, if Southampton Football Club was relegated in the summer, remember, they sit 20th, absolutely rock bottom. Is there any talents from that club? I see 2 decent right-backs, a decent midfielder. I see a decent winger. I don't know. This Sam Adobe, Lavia, the guy that comes from Man City, Walker-Peters, Ward-Prowse, Livermore, and even down to their goalkeeper, Bazzuno, the young Irish international. There is a couple of good talents at Southampton. Southampton, shouts out to them for beating Chelsea away the other day, but they need to put a couple of results together because the bottom of the league is vicious and they will get they'll slip further into championship zone. Good evening, Riri. But guys, any final thoughts before I do disappear? Easy. What do you think? Is Liverpool Football Club a top 4 team? WB, what's your predictions for top 4? Lee Akers, what do you think? Hazard, Luca, anyone else that's with me? I'm not even asking in particular order. Just tell me before we close the top 4 teams who will finish 1, 2, 3, and 4 in no particular order. Guys, as I said, Wahi, the Montpellier striker, he's 20 years old, 8 goals in 21 games, is definitely a name to look out for in the summer. Neymar has been informed that it does only seem Premier League teams are the only teams that can afford him. Liverpool and Chelsea, would you believe, are early contenders to sign Neymar. I don't know where Liverpool get this money from, but I do hear they will be in the race for Neymar. I find that incredible. How's about that for a fucking Sadio Mane replacement? Neymar to Liverpool, Chelsea. I think Chelsea would win that hands down, I'm afraid to say easy. But I can see something in it. Neymar is unwanted at PSG. They do want to cash in on him. Mbappe wants him out the door. Mbappe is going to win. Neymar to Chelsea could very well be coming up in the summer, guys. I've sent my predictions to you, WB. Shouts out to you. What do you think about Graham Potter? Man, I think he was a very settled young Englishman at Brighton. I don't think he could have turned down the Chelsea job because it was a huge opportunity. But you know what, mate? You don't get a lot of time in football, and an organisation and a business-minded team like Chelsea, you're not going to get so long. I don't think they're going to do it before the end of the season, but I think it will take winning the Champions League to actually keep him there. I do believe he's already gone. I don't believe he'll be the manager next season. I don't know. Luis Enrique, I don't think they'll go back over to Chelsea. I don't think Pochettino's big enough, with all massive respect to him. Could they gamble on someone like Zinedine Zidane? I don't know. Could they do something unthinkable and try and praise away a Pep from Man City? I don't know, but they have got more brunt than Brighton Pierre. Liverpool, are they a top 4 team, guys? What is your top 4 predictions? Hold on, here we go. Let me get into this. Arsenal, City, United, Spurs. Oh, Arsenal. Wow, Tottenham over Liverpool, United, City, Arsenal. I do believe a lot of us are going to say Arsenal, United, City for some reason. Bang, shouts out to you, Lee Akers. I'm off. Arsenal 1, bang. City 2, bang. United 3. Liverpool Football Club 4th. Yes, easy. Shouts out to you. I do see Liverpool climbing back into this race. Listen, I thought Cody Gakpo was a strange one for Liverpool with Diaz, with Jota, but then they had injuries and they felt they needed to add a striker. If Liverpool felt they had to add a striker in January, what the fuck did the Arsenal board think with just Eddie Nketiah up front? Eddie Nketiah scored 4 goals. Do you know what I mean? Cody Gakpo will finish the season with more than Eddie. Darwin Núñez will finish the season with more than Eddie. Arteta's been good a long time. Potter needs time. Trust the process. Phil, absolutely shouts out to you. And personally, if it was me, I would give Potter that time. But football's a cutthroat business, bruv. And I can't see Chelsea with their billionaire attitude and billionaire self and millionaire policy, bruv. I can't see it happening. He would have to have a really strong end to the season, bruv. You know what I mean? Do you know what? If he does himself a favour and turns around this Borussia Dortmund tide, do you know what I mean? Who the hell knows? He did seem to rest people on Saturday with probably eyes on this Borussia Dortmund fixture. They're 1-0 down, innit, from the game in Germany. If they win 2-0 at the Bridge, happy days, innit? And obviously, if they get a decent draw, mate, they're ever closer. If they can go and do something mad, like win the Champions League, obviously, I think Potter's there next season. But I wouldn't count on Champions League via the top 4 route at this moment. I don't know. They're shaky in the league, and Southampton the other day was a bit of a mad result. Come on, man. Southampton, with respect, are bottom of the table. They're managerless and bottom of the table. But they had the time to go and fucking beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Shouts out to them. Who was the dude in charge of Southampton with his foreign name? Like, has he been there a little while? Is he just jumping out of nowhere and took the job for a minute? Did he work with the youth academy? Who is the brother in charge of Southampton? And will he remain in charge till the end of the season? I think that's an interesting one. But shouts out to Phil Mitchell, to Easy, to Lee Akers. Guys, who finishes top 4? You don't have to say in any particular order like Easy did. I love it though. Liverpool 4th, United 3rd, Man City 2nd, and the Gunners top of the table. Not even I'm being that confident right about now. Man City are experienced, and I do believe they've got a lot in the tank. But with FA Cup and Champions League football, could that be where Arsenal stealing? And Everton at home is our game in hand. We do owe Everton a good beating, a good thrashing at that. I'm talking a good professional 4-0 beating. Do you know what I mean? We need to give Everton a good CHU on the 1st of March. Do you know what I mean? Before that, of course, we have Leicester. Leicester, I thought I turned the corner before Man United today. Were they unlucky at Old Trafford? I'm not going to lie. I didn't catch the game, but they beat Tottenham 4-1. They beat Villa at Villa Park 4-2. I had fully believed that the corner was probably fully turned for Leicester City. But nope, not so much. Do you know what I mean? Before I disappear into the evening, guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. And then I can go annoy some people on Twitter real quick. Guys, other things, not football. We have got boxing coming up. I think it's next weekend. You've got Jake Paul versus Tyson Fury's little brother. I will cover this live. I think that is a pay-per-view event. April the 1st, you have Anthony Joshua. Is it versus Mendes? Not Mendes. I can't remember who Anthony Joshua is fighting. Who cares? But yes, I'll be covering that as well. That is another pay-per-view event. Shouts out to all the boxing fans. I do kind of get good views on the boxing. Last night wasn't so good, but never mind. Actually, I don't know. I never actually did check what last night. What was last night? I don't know what actually last night's got, actually. I don't think it was nothing too mad, because you can always tell in the comments. It wasn't mad busy in the comments. Last night, what was it? Villa Arsenal reaction. No, it wasn't disgraceful. Decent. 316. 316 last night for the boxing watch along. That was Lara versus Lisa and Lee Wood versus Lara. Decent little fight as well. Do you know what I mean? Lee Wood, the Englishman, had his eye bust open from the first round, literally. Do you know what I mean? But yes, anyway, without too much dribbling into that, yes, it's Jake Paul versus Tyson Fury's brother. Is it Tommy Fury? Or fuck knows what his name is. But they're fighting next week, so I'll have a look at that. There'll be a watch-along, of course. Anthony Joshua, there's a watch-along, of course. And if there's any other decent boxing fights, boxing matches, whatever you call them, couple fucking dust-ups between now and whenever, obviously I'll cover the life out of them as well. Guys, before I do go as well, do you think, apart from Arsenal Europa League flipping Thursdays, should I cover some Champions League between now and the end of the season? Not necessarily English teams, but you know, the Real Madrids of the world, etc. Could PSG be on their way out for Bayern Munich as well? Do you know what I mean? I might have to look at some of the second legs. But Man City, first of all, I will be keen to watch them. They're away to Bristol City soon in the FA Cup. I expect them to have no problems and beat the life out of Man City, progress to the next round. That's another fixture. Congratulations and well done. I expect them to beat Leipzig home and away. Bang, through to the next round of the Champions League. Congratulations and well done. And this is where I hope their form in the league can maybe stutter. They'll be trying to concentrate on the Champions League. We know how they stay, Man City. Obviously, keeping a massively close eye on the league. The league is the bread and butter. But anyway, guys, I feel like I'm starting on. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be in the likes on the video. I will be taking a look at Man City in the Champions League this week. And then, as I said, man, they've got Bristol City in the FA Cup. And then they've got an easy kind of few games in the league. But then the tough fixtures, I think, start again next month for Man City. But guys, thanks for everyone who has been watching. Shouts out to all the real ones. Shouts out to Easy, to Phil, to Lee, to UE, to Hazard, to Linda, to everyone that's been in the stream, to Jean RB, to Daniel He, all the real ones. Please hit the likes on the video. I'll be back at 10 p.m. tomorrow, where we'll be looking at everything again, Arsenal, but just from a different perspective, people. Please hit the likes on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you 10 p.m. tomorrow, guys. Good night, y'all.